everybody. Welcome in. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. Theoretically, we have made it. How exciting. And, well, Twin is already well into the weekend. But welcome in. Hey, Twin. Hey, Carl. Hope you're having Twin, I hope you had a great Friday. Carl, I hope your Friday is wrapping up nicely. I was lurking in your stream today. It ended up being kind of a busy day on my end. Had like my annual physical exam, got my flu shot, got my blood drawn and stuff. And I don't know, ever since I got COVID, like way earlier, or was it last year? I feel like I just, like, things just hit me harder. And the flu shot kind of knocked me out for a little bit there. I was like, I got back from the appointment. I was like, man, I kind of feel kind of tired. So I, like, sat down on the couch and, like, I threw on a show for a little bit. I was like, I'll relax for a little bit. And then, and then I woke up, like, 3.5 hours later. And I'm still feeling a little tired, but not crazy tired anymore. Just kind of slow. So bear with me tonight. Hey, welcome in, Nate. Welcome in. That's really all I've got going for me, I think, today. Next week, I get to go into some elementary schools and teach some kids about business, and I'm kind of pumped to do that. Going to a couple new schools this semester, so I'm excited to do that. Twin, you don't even know where you got your badge. I mean, it looks cool. It looks really cool. It says Super Ultra Combo 2023. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I'm excited. I love teaching kids. Kids are cool, man. Kids are neat. That's amazing. I was about to say, it's like, we could all just look it up. Let's find out what the Super Ultra Combo 2023... Hold on. Super Ultra Combo 2023 Twitch badge. Viewers who watch just 5 minutes of Super Ultra Combo Week content. What was the Super Ultra Combo Week? It was back in May. I feel like I've rung a bell. Speaking of Super Ultra combos, who's sexier, Reptile or Shang Tsung? Oh. I don't know, like the new Shang Tsung. I don't know, he kind of does it for me. But I have a type, and the type is Evil Sorcerer. Apparently. Oh, the Evo tournament. Okay. Oh. I heard Reptile is also very good looking. He looks, I have to admit, he looks a little too like Abercrombie and Fitch male model for me. But like, I get the appeal. Or he looks too Abercrombie and Fitch male model for the game. But he's so tragic and cute. Look, I get it. I 100% get it. But I think Evil Sorcerer is I think I'm gonna go Evil Sorcerer. As cute as Reptile is. But I mean, everybody in that game looks so Nate and I Nate was watching like cutscenes for Mortal Kombat 1. And I sat in on it. It looks, those cutscenes look amazing. In certain lighting, I would not be able to tell that was all CG. they did such a good job on it. It looks so good. Will I have any interest playing it? No. I'm not really into smashy mashies. Also, yes, this game has the best Melina. I'm just interested in kind of like the universe and the story around it and the characters. Like the characters are genuinely interesting. Being hot aside, right? Being hot certainly helps. But like this Quan Chi looks so cool. And like, I know people are up in arms about like Megan Fox's acting in there, but I think the bigger travesty, and I think Nate and I agree on this, is that Clown She. Shut up. Um, um, the bigger travesty is the horrible ADR they did for her. That was a crime. Megan Fox has kind of just a natural flat delivery on things, and that's fine, and it works really well in a lot of things. But her ADR is so bad. After having gone through like a voice acting class and like getting some behind the scenes look at some of that stuff, I'm just like, man, they did Megan Fox dirty. Not all of her deliveries are bad. She's just, she's not a voice actress. And just because you can screen act doesn't mean that you're going to be a really good voice actor. You do need to be, there is a degree of needing to be an in-person actor in order to be a good voice actor, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be a good voice actor. So it just takes a different, Vin Diesel can voice act. Okay, anyone can. I mean, anyone can voice act with training. A lot goes into voice acting. And I think Megan Fox just needs more training in that. But the audio engineering for her lines is just really bad. So that kind of sucks. But everything else just looks amazing. Far from the only big name actor that's been cast in a voice acting role that isn't good. Yeah, she has a lot of money, so she could take. See also a lot of Ghibli movies. Yeah, or a lot of. Well, I don't know. I think Christian Bale did really good as Howl in Howl's Moving Castle, and he was big by the time he did Howl's Moving Castle. But she has a lot of money, so she could take lessons to improve is all I'm getting at. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, all of us can take a lot of lessons to improve anything that we're good at. Any of us really kind of have access to a lot of these things. But sometimes as an actor, you take what your agent gets you. He wasn't great. Okay, that's fair. Bale did fine. Well, no. I liked Christian Bale as Howl. I'm gonna stick to my guns on that one. I liked Christian Bale as Howl. I think he did a great job. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I only listen to movies in their original language, but Christian Bale did. Yeah, Christian Bale did Howl in Howl's Moving Castle, and I think he did a great job. My only experience with Howl's Moving Castle was in English for a really long time. I don't think, you know what? I don't even think I've seen the sub. I don't think I've ever watched Howl's Moving Castle in Japanese, which is weird. I don't like watching dubs. Apart from that, I think dubs typically tend to feel kind of unnatural, and weird, generally speaking. Though I will say the dub for Ouran High School Host Club is pretty good. That's a pretty good dub. Hell's Paradise was also pretty good. And obviously the king of dubs, Ghost Stories, king of dubs. Um, so, I don't know. I think it's really easy to hate on actors and not, um, in not really sort of tease apart what's really going wrong with some things, just because of the face of it. Like, they're the face of their performance. Um, so I try not to hate too much on them. Um, for it. For example, the Netflix live action Cowboy Bebop is awful. I don't care whose feelings I hurt. That show was shit. Um, but those actors are good. Those are good actors who have done other work that has been good. Um, it's not their fault. Yeah, you can blame the people that cast them. Hey Ari, welcome in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Um, so I don't know. A lot goes into projects that big. Sure. Oh yeah, definitely. And there are definitely examples of really bad voice acting. What was the show that we watched, Nate? The anime that was awful. The Crunchyroll original. What was it? I feel I'm interrupting a very serious, only semi-serious. Shoot, what was it called? Spice something, right? We were talking about Ari. We were talking about Mortal Kombat 1, and everybody being up in arms about like Megan Fox is really bad. High Guardian Spice. High Guardian Spice has the worst voice acting I have ever seen in my entire life. The actual worst. Um, and that is on them. Um, and it's a bummer. I mean, I don't like saying like, man, that was really bad, because I have also had people tell me that I've done really bad on things, and it makes me feel like absolute dog shit. Now I'm gonna watch it just to hear and see the act. It is the actual worst. Um, it buries the bar so low. It's not even just that it is the worst voice acting. It is the worst animation. It is the worst audio engineering. The worst writing, scripting, storyboarding. It is just a mess. It's so bad. We did watch the whole first season, and that was a wild ride. um, a true gem. I came full around to the show. It's really so bad. It's good. I don't know. It's not. It's just bad. Um, the King of High School could have been so good. I don't know I haven't heard of that. But is Cam Clark as Neppy Cat? Well, okay, so so there is a character in there voiced by Cam Clark, and his name is Neppy Cat. And I presume that Neppy stands for nepotism, and I don't understand why you would name the cat Nepotism Cat, but whatever. And that is a true gem. That is a gem in just a massive pile of Triceratops poop. I mean, I believe it. Like Nate said, it's so bad it's good. No, I mean, like, Surf Ninjas is so bad that it's good. Hold on, let me go get you some worst anime. Oh no. Carl here to supply with the worst. Yeah, but I am notoriously picky also. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. I think everything's bad. Except for Pentiment. Pentiment is perfection. It is gaming perfection. So, X-Arm. It's a total mess of animation errors, terrible pacing and tone. The characters are inconsistent and unlikable. Development is utter trash. Oh yeah, it is just utter trash. I wanted for more Slime Boy. It is absolute no effort VA. That admittedly, Slime Boy is that time I reincarnated as a slime ? There's a lot of bad anime. There is a lot of really bad anime, which is probably a lot of the reason that I don't seek anime out anymore, because it's so ubiquitous and sort of the cultural zeitgeist now. Hey, welcome in, Lockie. Happy Friday. Welcome to a very serious conversation about bad media. It's only semi-serious. But so much of it is so bad, and I don't like wasting my time. And it's not even that all of it is like super terrible. I just know that I am so picky. I am a pain. Nate will be the first to tell you that I am a pain to recommend things to. Yep. I was about to argue with you over that time I reincarnated as a slime. I don't even know what that is. Oh, I see now. Slime Boy is a character in High Guardian Spice. Yes, he is. Yeah, he is a character in there, and he just put no effort into his voice acting, and they put equally as little effort into equalizing his audio. So it's movie magic, guys. It's movie magic. Card captors, like Card Captor Sakura. This started because I asked if Reptile or Shang Tsung was hotter. It's true. That is the origin point for this entire conversation, and the answer is Shang Tsung for me. So, but I mean, I also think Asterion is hot. So, and the egg from Inquisition. So, I got weird taste. Bad magicians. We're both watching you on separate devices now with the sound up. You're literally playing in surround. That's amazing. That's wild to me. Like, I know Enchanted Locket has mentioned before that they've put me on the TV, and I'm like, this is wild to think that I'm on television right now. Somebody's television, but just television. I miss Canadian dub for anime before Funimation. I'm on the TV. Look, Ma. Hey, look, Ma. I made it. I am on the TV. But yeah. I'm famous. I know I'm famous. But yeah, I don't think I've got anything else. I desperately want chocolate, which is a problem. Hey, Brooks, my third monitor is my TV, and that's where I play media. So am I on your TV also? No, I didn't go get any. There's part of me that's trying. So I am like of two minds, right? I'm like, I've got to treat my body better. I need to treat my body like a temple and not the ancient and crumbling kind. Right? Like, it's the only body that I get. The other part of me is like, give in to your desires, you hedonistic monkey. I am also about to like be in a certain condition. So I'm sure that that's where a lot of that craving is coming from, because I also want red meat very badly. I believe that these cravings are real and valid. And these are things that my body wants and needs. Lockett, if we spend any more time together, we're going to sync up. Sadly, not in 4K, though. Aw, damn, not in 4K. Because I can't pass 4K signals through my old-ass audio receiver. Old-ass audio receiver. Just trucking along. So there is a great and terrible desire for chocolate. I just can't tell if it's like a chocolate bar or like chocolate ice cream that I want. I can't tell. It's just like a general craving. My iron was so low, I wanted to pass out, and McDonald's breakfast cured me. McDonald's breakfasts cure all things. My iron is too high. I want some of my blood. Carl just like offering donations. Please share. Oh my God. So. Oh, hold on. I'm so jealous of your pink snacks, Locket. Locket's having girl dinner. Dude, that Ultra Strawberry Monster is so good. Shameless plug for the Discord if you are not. I think everybody who's chatting right now is definitely in the Discord, but for anybody lurking, join the Discord where we post pictures of food and girl dinner. And where I will constantly recommend the Monster Ultra Strawberry drink. So good. So good. Speaking of blood offerings tonight, I should probably boot up the game. A positive. Funnily enough, Carl, I'm also A positive. So if either one of us need blood, we can donate to each other. Other option, chocolate. Oh, chocolate malt. See, okay, I have to be in a very specific mood for chocolate malt. I'm not sure if I'm quite there, but chocolate malt, when chocolate malt is wanted, is great. Some sort of cult is happening for sure. Yeah, I need it. I cleaned so much today. I do not blame you. After a long day of cleaning, girl dinner is the only thing that satisfies. We do also post a lot of cute pet pics. For example, okay, obviously, mine and Nate's cats feature very heavily. But today's post was Nemo, and Nemo's the best, and I love Nemo. What a snuggle baby. I love that little baby. That little beanie weenie. Oh yeah, I don't have a crap. I don't have a Discord thing. God, I'm so bad at this. You like Oran High School Clothes Club? Have I watched Vampire Night? No, I haven't. But I have watched Oran High School Host Club like more times than I should ever admit to in public. Okay, now it's blood exchange time. How do we still not know what your blood type is? We just got you a doctor. When you go back in for your follow-up, ask him what your blood type is. I need to know what your blood type is. I don't know mine either. Guys, know your blood type. Alright, Discord, I hope you like also, yes, I hope you all enjoy Final Fantasy memes. I mean, Nemo has, after, 17 years? Nemo has earned the right to yell a lot. That's what I wanted. It's in my birth medical book, right? Like, I don't think, well, no, that's not true. I'm pretty sure, so I'm sure my parents knew, sorry, excuse me, my blood type and never decided to share that information, at one point. But I ended up finding out what my blood type was at like a university blood drive. So that was fun. Nate needs to know what his blood type is so I can write up his anime video game profile screen. See, that's why you need it. Like, where is the lie? Where is the lie, Nate? Also, if you donate blood, it'll be on your donor card. Yeah. Because they'll blood type you. Admittedly, like, I know a lot of people also plug, like, what if you ever needed, like, a transfusion or an emergency transfusion? They need to know, you need to know it so you can tell them. Or, like, the people closest to you need to know. You know what they do anyways in an emergency situation? They're not going to trust people whose emotions are high. They're going to blood test you anyways because rapid testing is really easy. I have done rapid testing in the lab. It's so easy. They're not going to trust you. You could have your donor card on you and it would not matter in an emergency. Like, they will just retest you. It actually doesn't matter from a practical sense. Other than for your anime protagonist character sheet. It's the only reason it matters. I know it's one of my parents' blood's type, so I'll ask them and flip a coin. Alrighty, well, that's actually an incentive for yeah, absolutely. But I don't know. Man, I really go off on tangents, but I also have to remember I started half an hour late. I'm looking at it, it's like 8:00, and I'm like, man, I've been talking for like an hour. How are you guys not sick of me? Sweet, there's more cats going to the Discord. Ari, look at these babies. Oh my god, the blue eyes on your ginger cat. Oh, and the blepping void. Oh my god, these cats are so cute. Okay, new plug for the Discord. Join the Discord so you can show me your cats. Show me your kitties. Show me your kitties. All right, I should boot up this game. So, we are jumping back into Pentiment. They're great photos of those cats. We're jumping back into Pentiment. We are about, I don't know what the next few scenes are going to look like. So at the end of last stream, the murder has happened. Lorenz, the patron baron, Lorenz Rothvogel has been discovered murdered, very poetically in front of the Dance of Death mural. His body was discovered by the company at large, so everybody in like the monastery, with Piero holding a knife. The abbot is like, well, obviously Piero has done it, or is willing to blame Piero to satiate some other potential higher up that's going to be showing up. Well, Lorenz's wife is on her way. So that's a big deal. So his thing is to make sure that they have someone in custody so that they don't bring unwanted attention to the monastery and have the monastery decommissioned, now that their patron is dead. But so all of that aside, we have been invited back. We, as in Andreas, the character we're playing, has been invited back by the medicer, or the physician, to view the body later. I don't know how. So like all of this is done in like medieval art style. I don't know how graphic it's going to be. So just fair warning that is what is coming up. That we will be examining a dead body. So if that is not something that you wish to view, I have done my due diligence. All right, let's do this. Kerblam. Let's go. I'm still in the first chapter. Oh, that's really loud on my end. Hopefully that's not really loud for you guys. Okay. Hello, Xbox controller. All right. Okay, Brother Matthew rang the church bells early, and now one of the sisters is screaming the chapter house. Go see what's going on. We did that. The brothers and sisters discovered Lorenz murdered in the chapter house, Brother Piero kneeling nearby with a bloody knife. I can't make sense of it, but the abbot has ordered me to leave until tomorrow. Brother Florian promised to let me covertly attend his examination of the body later today. Until then, he thinks I should sit down for a good meal. I should see if the Druckers have a place at their table for me. And we have a new glossary terms. In flagrante delicto, in blazing offense. Indicating an individual has been caught in the act of committing a crime, i.e. the abbot is like, we've caught Piero in flagrante delicto. And I told Nate last night, I have a suspicion that when we go to view the body later with Florian, we're going to discover that the body may have stab wounds on it, but that it's not going to be the cause of death. When we walked in, based on the direction we entered into the chapter house, I caught that there was a big blood stain on the wall. So I think what the actual cause of death is probably going to be blunt force trauma. I'm calling it right now. Nods is the monastic hour corresponding to 3 p.m., one of the little hours of prayer. Woo. Any more words? We have so many words. Calefactory. A communal warming room in monasteries. Calefactories are usually attached to the cloister, but in Kirsau is part of the old abbey and therefore connected to the old scripture. Oh, that's what that big fire thingy is. Keeps the monks warm and the library dry. Okay, that's everything. I hear mice. Alright. Come on, Andreas. Let's go. Alright. So we are exiting this. Can I not go in here? Oh, I can go in here. What is this? A letter to the Baron from Prince Fern, or Prior Fernrit. Baron Rothvogel. Oh, okay, hold on. Trotz euer wiederholten Aufforderungen und Schwellingen Rochugen den Inquisitoren in Innsbruck meine Man, I don't... Is that a W? Or a lowercase b? Oh, it's a W. Lesegewohnheiten zu offenbaren, werde ich bei eurem Besuch in Kirsau keine Rituale für euch durchführen. Bitte beendet diese törichte Streben sofort. Zum Wohle unserer beiden Seifen. Ferneck. Okay, Baron Rothvogel, since our... Enjoy a late supper. I hope supper is delicious. We also had a late supper. Wiederholten Aufforderung. The Inquisition in Innsbruck. Man, there's a lot of German in here that I do not understand. Okay. My God, Lawrence was blackmailed to get him to perform some kind of occult ritual. Yeah, like I Bitte beendet diese törichte Streben sofort. Please end this törichte Streben immediately. I think for both of our sakes. Huh. It's one thing to read books on magic, but few are foolish enough to attempt to actually practice what's written in them. No wonder Fernick was so unsettled when Lawrence arrived. The Baron could have gotten him executed for witchcraft. Ooh, you also made a real dinner. What did you have for real dinner? Some of the substances used in these rituals are dangerous, even lethal, and God forbid someone in the Inquisition finds out about it. Okay, hold on. I want... Do you know those frozen pasta bags with garlic shake? Oh, yeah. Dude, easy is great. I love easy when it comes to meals. I decided to be way too involved this evening. Okay. So, trotz trotz unser or eure, despite your wiederholten, despite your repeated, I don't know what an Aufforderungen is. Offers, maybe? Despite your repeated requests and unterschwelligen despite your and subliminals, subliminal drugs? No, that's not the right word. Hold on. Oh, and subtle threats. Oh, so now I know the word for threats. That's fun. The Inquisition... Inquisitorian. During my walk, there's lots of leaves on the ground. Oh, hold on. Like, it's warm, but I was like, I know, I'm so excited for fall. Inquisitoren. The Inquisitors in Innsbruck. Meine Gewohnheiten zu offenbaren. Despite your repeated requests and subtle threats to reveal my reading habits to the Inquisitors in Innsbruck, I will, werde ich... Sorry, guys. Like, I just want a clean translation for what this says, and there's too many vocab words that I don't understand. Eurem Besuch in Kirsau keine Rituale für I will not perform any rituals for your visit in Curacao. Für euch durchführen. I will not perform any rituals for you during your visit to Curacao. Please end it. I'm like doing this on my phone, and this is literally the slowest way that I could have done it. Please finish the... I don't know what Torisch means. Torisch. Please stop this foolish pursuit forthwith. Immediately. Zum Mole unsere beide. I'm pretty sure that's for both of our sakes. For the sake of both of us. Okay. Despite your repeated requests and subtle threats to reveal my reading habits to the Inquisitors in Innsbruck, I will not perform any rituals for you during your visit to Curacao. Please stop this foolish pursuit immediately for the for both of our sakes. For the sake of us both. So not only, so he was, so it's a little more complicated than what, Andreas is saying. it's like Baron Rothvogel supported the stuff that Fernick was doing. But when Fernick refused to perform anything for him, he threatened to take it to the Inquisitors in Innsbruck. So it's a little more complicated. And obviously, so did Lorenz confront Fernick, and Fernick reacted poorly? I mean, Fernick is a big guy. If he did die by blunt force trauma, he's definitely physically capable of doing it. I think I need to go to the farms to the east. No, hold on. I can read Baron. I'm so happy that you can read Baron. Oh, it's literally right over here, past the church, right? There we go. Oh, that's right. He's speaking Swiss, so they display it upside down for a moment. But because Andreas can speak Swiss, he knows what he's saying. Good day, Andreas. Back from the Abbey already. It's only noon. Andreas, are you alright? Something terrible's happened. Oh God, what happened? No, forgive me. Come inside and sit down for a minute. If it's not an imposition, I'd appreciate a moment to rest. Yes, this has been a difficult day. I could use a distraction. If it's not an imposition. Not an imposition at all. My friends are always welcome in my home. Besides, I could use your opinion on something. It's my chickens. Oh my God, look at that tiny little baby. Oh, little toddles. Good day, Andreas. Should I fix you a plate? I'm always glad to eat your cooking, Marie. Oh my, Klaus, you must invite Andreas over more often so I can hear someone compliment my food. Your cooking is lovely, darling. Oh my God, his name's Bernhold. Look at that little baby. He's so cute. Hello. Hello, Bernhold. How are you? He's sleepy. Come back to my workshop. What's in the workshop? Oh, that's right. He's the printer. I'm going to do... Oh, that's interesting. You notice how the type is flawed, like it's disappearing. That's interesting. I'm going to do a new run of Till Eulenspiegel. There was a printing a few years ago in Strasbourg, but it was awful. Almost bereft of illustrations. What do you think of these new ones? The figures and the composition are terrific, but the background is quite tense and busy. I don't think it's, like, too dense. I think it looks really good. But I'm not an artist. Thank you. I'll be sure to let Marie know. She did them? Oh, she did the woodcuts for him. Aw, that's really cool. Don't tell the church. The drawings are mine, but she did the block cuts. I've got enough talent to draw the designs, but only she can do the woodcuts and the type. He's got a talented wife. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Amen, amen. I'm hungry. Amen. Always get on, in a murder mystery, always get on the good side of kids. Because they will tell you everything. Andreas, what were the bells for at the Abbey? They were sounding for a long time. The visiting nobleman, Lorenz Rothvogel, was found murdered in the chapter house. Gott in Himmel. He just rode by here yesterday. Yes, and it gets worse. One of the elderly brothers I work with in the scriptorium, Piero, was accused of the crime. That's awful. A murder in Kirsau? How could a monk do such a thing? Well, especially when his hands have got arthritis. I'm sorry, Andreas. The Baron seemed like an interesting man, and I know he's been a patron of the Abbey for years. How did he die? Could it have been an accident? And does the abbot really believe that Brother Piero killed him? You've always spoken of him in the kindest terms. Alright. Seemed like Lorenz had been stabbed, but I don't know. There's a lot of blood around him. There's a lot of blood, but I'd rather not speculate. I'd rather spare you the details, but it's hard to believe what happened to him was natural. What do you mean by natural? But I don't know. There was a lot of blood around him. But no, I can't believe Piero did it. I can't imagine him harming anyone. Stabbed? It's hard for me to imagine a monk doing that as well, but who knows? Oh, but could it have been one of the sisters? The prioress did know Lorenz from before, and she wouldn't talk about it. But if it wasn't Brother Piero, who do you think could have done it? I did see Lucky Steinauer get into a shouting argument with Lorenz yesterday before I walked by your place. Lucky? Why would he have cause to shout at a nobleman? I want to eat the knoodle. I want to eat the canoodle. There's probably something else going on that you don't know about, dear. What do you mean by that? I'm not one to trade gossip, but if you really want to know, talk to some of the other women in town. Or Mother Cecilia up at the Abbey. Could it have something to do with one of the nuns? But would Lucky argue with Lorenz about nuns? Oh, there's no need for that. Lucky is a forthright man. I'm sure if you ask him, he'll tell you what the argument was about. Thank you both. That's good advice. There's something else, though. When Lorenz and I were walking through the meadow, the widow Kemperin came out of the woods and... Yes? Well, she cursed him. I'm not surprised. Attilia's late husband, Ranning, ran afoul of Lorenz on his last visit to Tassing. I don't remember the details, but Ranning died just last year, and Attilia hasn't been the same since. Bread. Nom 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 nom. She was always an old bitch even before she was old. Klaus, that's enough. She's had to deal with... I'm sorry, that was really funny. She's an old bitch before she was old. Klaus, that's enough. She's had to deal with a Job's lot in life. And now she lives all alone at the edge of the woods. There are rumors she's gonna lose her property soon. I do pity her, even if she is a bitter woman. There should be some exception in the law for her to inherit. That seems like it would be more just, yeah. Because at this point, a woman wouldn't be able to inherit her husband's property. It would go to their son, the eldest son, and then subsequent sons if the eldest wasn't available. God, women being property makes me so mad. It wasn't always this way. I think my great-grandmother inherited this land way back when. Yeah, pre-church in this area would have been a bit more pragmatic. Well, if men changed it, they can change it back. You're right, as always, my dear. Enough about Attilia. Is there anyone else you think may have done it? I don't know if he has any ill intent, but Prior Farnick has been acting strangely since the day Lorenz arrived. Perhaps an academic disagreement? I know they're both avid readers, both of classics and new works. On his last visit, the Baron brought a book on astronomy for me. I know the Prior has some similar interest. But would the Prior kill someone over a simple disagreement? Depends on the nature of the disagreement. Many have killed or have been killed for their beliefs. It's not that outlandish. When I was at university, I saw other men throw punches over small academic concerns. It depends on the nature of the disagreement. Many have killed or been killed for their beliefs. What is an opinion for some is a testament of faith for others, and worth killing for. That may be so, but I've never seen that sort of anger in Prior Farnick. Not even when Gernot made him abbot instead of him. Not even when Gernot was made abbot instead of him. Afterward, he seemed bitter, but never violent. That just doesn't seem part of his character. So, Lucky, the widow, and the Abbey Prior. Anyone else? There was something strange when we approached the Abbey together. Mother Cecilia was outside with some of the sisters. Mother Cecilia scowled and took the nuns inside without saying a word. It sounds like they have history, at least. Sausage time. I don't know Mother Cecilia personally, but I've never heard anyone speak badly of her. If she had cause to dislike the Baron, I must believe she had good reason. Well, Andreas, it sounds like there's a lot to look into. Thank you for talking to me. I was feeling overwhelmed. Thank you for your care. It helped me understand how I can help Piero. Thank you for talking to me. I was feeling overwhelmed. You are always welcome here, Andreas. Anytime. Yeah! You are especially welcome with this one. Oh my god, look at this hip-hopping child. God be with you, Andreas. Thank you. Thank you. God be with you also. Goodbye. Nonus. Okay, I have several leads to follow, but where should I start? We do have quite a bit. I should talk to Lucky Steinauer. He's probably working in front of his house. That's true, he probably is. The widow Kemperin lives south of here, near Franz Bauer. Prior Fenric is usually in the scriptorium, but I won't be able to talk to him until tomorrow. Still, nothing would prevent me from talking to Mother Cecilia in the convent. But if I don't attend Brother Florian's examination of the body at the Abbey, he'll have to do it without me. What time did he say to... Hold on. Oh my goodness. During dinner with Klaus and Marie, we talked about 4 people who seem to have a problem with the Baron: Lucky Steinauer, the widow Kemperin, Mother Cecilia, Prior Farnick. I should talk to each of them to see if any of them truly had motive to kill the man. The Baron's man Nikolaus has departed for Innsbruck to request the presence of the most revered Jacob Essler, Archdeacon of Freising. He will be gathering evidence about the murder and interrogating those of us who might have information. I should talk with Lucky to find out what he was arguing about with the Baron. He's usually working next to his house, blah, 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 blah. To the Kemperin, cursed with widow, blah, 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 blah. I need to figure out the meaning of the cipher Farnick wrote in the scriptorium. He used the Volvel while writing it, and took it with him. He can't keep it in his robes all the time, can he? I found a letter in the Baron's belongings. It was from Farnick. In it, Farnick said he could not perform a ritual for the Baron, even if the Baron threatened to turn him into the Inquisitors in Innsbruck. In Farnick's house, I discovered the Volvel he was holding when he deciphered the manuscript. I can use this to figure out what the cipher is, but figure out the cipher he left. Prior Farnick's been acting strangely since the Baron arrived. I should talk to him and find out if there was something going on between them. He's usually in the scriptorium, the abbot's house, or the prior's house. Oh yeah, that's right. I've got the secret staircase to the library. Could she have something to do with the murder? I should find out what their history is. She's using the prioress's house in the convent. Okay. Alright, Franz Bauer, Johann. Franz is married to Kat and Father Martin. Franz is known for his brusque, abusive nature and intimidating presence. Alright. Let's see if we can find Lucky. There he is. First we must pet Schlau, because Schlau is a good cat. And I'm sure being on good terms with the village cat will be good for us. Hello, Andreas. Something you need? How are you doing, Lucky? Oh, I have things to do. Father Thomas needs me help out of the church. After that, I'm going fishing with old Otto. So if you don't need me to repair a wall or fallen chimney, then leave me be. I can see you're busy, so I'll keep it brief. I'd hope to ask you a few questions about Baron Rothvogel. Oh no, we forgot an ad break. It's an ad break. It's an ad break. We will wait till the end of the ad break. Oh, I'll also take a drink of water. Holy butts. Oh. Less than 10 seconds now. The rain's gonna come screw us up. Oh. Actually, I probably need to head back to Curacao. Welcome back from Ad Hell. No. Why not? I don't want to. You're a grown man. That should be reason enough for you. I saw you shouting at the Baron when he arrived in Tassing. What was that about? Get it through your pebble-stuffed head. I'm not talking about Rothvogel. If you had no part in his death, you shouldn't mind answering a few simple questions about him. I don't understand why you're being so reticent. All right, I won't press you. It's my pebble-stuffed head, and they jangle about. Pong, 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 pong. I'm gonna use that one. It's a good one. I don't want... Alright, I won't press you. Good day, Andreas. Crap. It's gonna be remembered. He was not forthright with me, and he seemed eager to get away. If I wait here, maybe he'll leave and I can observe his actions. What should I do? It'll probably take a while. I'll observe Lucky later. I'm gonna end up missing something. I've made a mistake, guys. I need to get back to the Abbey. We've got to look at a body. There's a horse missing. Where's the horse? I'm curious where that horse went. Oh, that's right. Bonk. Andreas, this way. Alright. There you are. I'm glad the storm didn't delay you. Now, even though I gave instructions that I was not to be disturbed, we must work quickly. Seeing a corpse up close can be unsettling for some. I hope you're up for it. I've thrown up enough to not mind it so much. Well, that's one way to deal with it, I suppose. Just try not to splash me or the body in the process. Now then, you should probably take notes as we go. They might be useful later. Of course. Okay, I'll begin by inspecting his interior, starting with the face and head. No visible wounds, no blemishes, teeth in good condition, nothing unusual. Neck, shoulders, and chest are ordinary. I need to clean some blood away to examine the torso. Yes, there is a puncture wound between the 6th and 7th ribs. Okay, so he was stabbed. It's fairly shallow, though. I estimate it only penetrated about an inch. That wouldn't have killed him. And it likely came from his own hand? Like, accidentally? Oh. Huh. Okay, he inflicted it on himself. How can you tell? That doesn't sound deep enough to have killed him in Nuremberg inch or an Innsbruck inch. How can you tell he inflicted it on himself? From the angle and depth of the strikes, as though he were holding it in his right hand and fell on his side. Oh, as if he were shoved. So why would he have... So did he have the knife out then defensively and there was a scuffle and he ended up accidentally stabbing himself? You must know I was not always a monk. I was a mercenary for 10 long years in Poland. My familiarity with wounds comes from my time on the battlefield. I'm no true surgeon, but I am the closest Curacao has. If the wound was that shallow, it doesn't sound like it could have been fatal. It wasn't. It was likely incidental, received while falling on his own knife. He must have some other wounds that issued forth all the blood from what we found on him. Have you not flipped? He must not have flipped over the body yet. What do you think, or who do you think killed him? I don't know. I can't even speculate. All I can do is examine the body and hope you can figure out the rest. Simply pointing out the implausibility of Brother Piero striking the fatal blow may not be enough to convince the Archdeacon. Brother Piero never should have picked up that knife. I'm sure the appearance of guilt never even crossed his mind. Now, then, let's move on. Okay, well, there is a sore on his sex, probably from the French disease. I doubt it had anything to do with his murder. Syphilis. The disease French soldiers received in the brothels of Naples. Yes, how do you know of it? Listen, I am a well-traveled man. Oh, I see. Have you taken mercury for it? I haven't suffered from it, thankfully. One must be somewhat cautious. Ah, good. Anyway, it seems the Baron was not the most faithful husband, not uncommon among the nobility. Let's say nothing about that. Moving down. Other than a few blisters on his feet from what I assume are new shoes, there's nothing wrong with his legs. Andreas, can you help me turn him over? This is where we're gonna see. Cause of death. If I hypothesize correctly. Slight irregularity in the spine, possibly from an old injury. I don't think it has anything to do with how he died, though. No, we don't need to be. How could that have happened? I have no idea. Whatever the reason, it didn't contribute to his death. Here it is, a rather dramatic head wound. Guys, I'm not saying that I am Hercule Poirot. But you have never seen Hercule Poirot and I in the same room. Yeah. Blunt force trauma to the head. The dark hair and the blood made it difficult to see, but it's quite bad. In my experience, I've never seen someone walk away from a head wound of this severity. How many head wounds have you seen? Too many and not enough. As grim as it sounds, there's always more to learn. Cougar is familiar with crime. Very suspicious. I am very familiar with crime. Italian doctors try to examine as many corpses as they can to fully understand the mysteries of the body. The battlefields of Poland and Lithuania aren't as ideal a learning environment as the University of Bologna. But they did provide an education of sorts. I'd rather be treated by someone with experience than a novice with a university education. I appreciate your confidence. The wound looks like it was caused by a single powerful blow from a blunt object, probably no more than 4 or 5 inches across. Yay! Lithuania! There it is. How can you tell? The skull is cracked in a single spot, and there is a clear impression in the skin around it. It would take extraordinary precision to hit the same spot twice unless the Baron were already dead. It's likely he didn't die immediately. How long could he have survived for? I've seen similar injuries in battle. The victims don't last for more than a few minutes, but it's an agonizing death. Even so, he couldn't have wandered far from where the blow was first struck. And we know where the blow was first struck, my guys. So he may not have been attacked in the chapter house. He was either attacked in the chapter house or someplace in the immediate area. Unless maybe that was that bloodstain is an impression of him from kind of stumbling about. I guess that's possible. Like kind of falling into the wall. Could he have been attacked outside the abbey, the cloister? What about the big garden? Is the church a possibility? Could he have been attacked outside of the abbey? That's too far. He wouldn't have made it in. No, I don't think so. With a wound like that, he would have collapsed before he got inside. So it's someone in you, and certainly someone would have seen him. Anyway, whatever killed the Baron was a blunt instrument of considerable heft. The part that impacted him was likely a little smaller than a fist. I'd say 2 to 2.5 inches round. Perhaps a pig mallet, a joining hammer, even a round stone 4 to 5 inches across held in the hand. Yeah, that'd all do it. That's specific. Estimating size, distance, number, and number have always come easily to me. Hopefully your talents will help find the murder weapon in short order. Whoever did this must have caught the Baron unaware. Save the small knife wound, he has no other injuries. I suppose that when he was struck, he drew his knife to defend himself and fell on it before Brother Piero discovered him. So I believe we've discovered 2 important things. The Baron was killed by a blow to the head from a heavy, blunt object. Yes, exactly. If you can find what caused the blow, it may lead to the killer. We also know that Piero didn't stab the Baron. We know that, and I suspect even the abbot knows that, but you may need more evidence to convince the archdeacon. Oh, there's one other item of interest. I found it in the Baron's jacket, but I didn't want to open it without you. Now I need to check to see what's in the meme that was posted in the Discord. Alright, what was in his jacket? A note of some kind. I trust you to open it more carefully than I would. Das Mädchen, der Stab und die... Unschuldige mit ihr Maturni... Kapitelhaus? The girl who died, and the innocent with her, Martin's chapter. What girl? What innocent? One of the nuns, someone from the village. Your guess is as good as mine. Although I've never tried Malort, so I guess I'm not... Oh, is it about Malort? You know, who likes Malort? I have tried Malort. I tried it to look cool. I did not look cool. Well, okay, hold on. Let me see this meme. If it's about Malort. Please be patient. What a great meme. Everybody join the Discord. I've heard Malort compared to many things, none of them good. It tastes like bile. Like, after you're done throwing up and you've got nothing more to throw up, but you're still throwing up. It tastes like bile. Unfortunately, I don't have much faith in my guesses. It is nasty. It is real gross. Can you tell who wrote it? Someone with beautiful handwriting. It's definitely someone with a great deal of experience as a scribe, but it can't be Attic or Guy. It's possible that they're Swiss, maybe German or Austrian. It's highly refined Gothic script. As good as Attic and Guy are, I don't think they could replicate this. What, really? If not them, who? I intend to find out. I wish you good luck in finding the answer. Now, I'm sorry to rush you, but I must ask you to leave. Every minute you stay here is an additional Oh, God. I associate Chicago with Goose Island, Hacker, sure. I have no idea what that is. Nate will have to clarify. Were you expecting someone? Brother Florian, could you open up? It's Werner Stoltz, the physician from Tassing. Yes, in the middle of something, could you return after supper? I'm afraid I can't wait. Father Gurna asked me to examine the Baron's body. Alright, just give me a moment. Andreas, I need you to hide yourself right now. Of course. I am hiding now. I am hiding deftly behind this cabinet. Dr. Stoltz, sorry to keep you waiting. Now, what did you need? The abbot wanted me to examine the Baron's body before his wife arrives. It seems unnecessary at this point, as I've just completed my own examination. Well, then what's the harm in letting me take a look? Dr. Stoltz, with all respect, I've finished. The cause of death is clear. If you had arrived an hour ago, I would have had no problem with your assistance. Assistance? I'm a university-trained physician. I can examine a corpse on my own without the help of battlefield sawbones. Regardless of your opinions regarding my abilities, the examination is finished. If you insist on inspecting the body anyway, I must insist that the abbot tells me himself. What? Making me bring the abbot here is a waste of time. So is performing an examination on a corpse immediately after one was just completed. Idiotic. I will return with Father Gurnet presently. Angie, Angie, Angie. That was close. Now quickly leave through the cloister before they return. Of course, thank you, Brother Florian. Think nothing of it. I'll see you tomorrow. Om-noms. Okay, I should find someone to eat with. Should you? I wonder... Can't get that note out of my head. The girl who died and the innocent with her. What could it mean? An out-of-wedlock pregnancy? And then he killed them to cover it up? What could it mean and who wrote it? Someone Swiss. Hold on. Who we got? Oh, no, not glossary. I don't even know the person that I'm... Okay. Not Adic. He's Welsh. Lower Bavaria. Okay, Cecilia of Augsburg. Potentially Cecilia. Yeah, Nate's a criminal. Disgusting. Ferenik, originally from Hungary, so he wouldn't have written it. Hedwig, Hetty, Sister Lumina, Perugia. Perugia is... I'm just looking up all these words Nate is saying. Ozu is gross. And it tastes like licorice, which is also gross. Nate's just making up words. Lock it. It's so gross. Where's Perugia? It's in Italy. Okay, so she's Italian. Margaret of Krimmel. Krimmel is in Austria, but she's blind. Okay, Matthew is Swiss and can read. Kempton, I think it's also Swiss. It certainly didn't narrow it down. Okay, I should find someone to share supper with. Most of the families in town are welcoming. Lady Salomea may also want to speak with me after she arrives at the Abbey guest house. Maybe I could even visit Smokey in the forest. I spoke with Lucky and he was evasive about his relationship with the Baron. I should follow him to see if I can learn anything more. I don't think the sisters will eat with me. Okay, so she's not here. Okay, and I'm not going to be able to meet up with her. Okay, let's go... What was that? Back gate. Okay, the rest of the convent, so... Not for a nasty, nasty knave. I think the guest house is a good place to start. I don't think she... Is she here yet? Okay, she is here. Ah, Master Mahler, would you care to share supper at my table? I would like to talk to you about my late husband. Please lead the way. Let's sit with Lady Salomea. Bless us, O Lord, in these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord, amen, amen, amen. Yeah, rub-a-dub-dub, let's eat some grub. Talking shit about the official drink of Lesbos, shaking my hand. Cancelled. Listen. Yuck. Okay, I find myself rather out of place here, without the comfort of the Baron. Thank you for agreeing to share a meal with me, Master Mahler. Of course, the honor's mine. You are welcome to any comfort you may find in me in this difficult time. You must have been staying nearby to arrive here so quickly. It's a terrible thing what happened to the Baron. I must admit, I'm surprised you wish to speak with me. You're an observant man, Mr. Mahler. Indeed, I was staying in Innsbruck while my husband visited the Abbey. Let's snack on. What is a frumenti? What's that? And quail. I don't know, eat that. Good job not immediately hitting on his widow. Listen, it is in little things that I exhibit restraint. And in this, thank you for recognizing it. We meant to take a tour of the Alpine towns before returning to our home in Worms, but, well, return we shall. I'm sorry for your loss, my lady. This sorrow is just the first of many, I'm afraid. Are you married yourself, Master Mahler? A woman waits for me in Nuremberg. When I finish my work here, we'll be wed. Do you not look forward to the responsibilities of marriage, Master Mahler? Perhaps it's no surprise you and Lawrence became fast friends. Widow, you say, straightens bow tie. Locket coming for that widow Salamea. Perhaps it's no surprise you and Lawrence became fast friends, and I imagine he saw something of himself in you. Oh my. He even gave you one of his pins. He must have been quite fond of you. Do you mean to know of his excursions? We shared a passion for finer things. Rarely have I met someone with such a depth of knowledge and thirst for debate. I hope I should meet a more peaceful end than he did. I don't want to be crass. His thirsts were not limited to his scholarly pursuits, regrettably. Okay, good. She answers the question anyways. I can tell you about the cuisine of Lesbos. Nate. But we'd have to do that off stream. That sounded way worse than I thought it was going to. Oh my god.
Nate Graves proclaims amygdalota, Greek, alpha mu epsilon gamma delta alpha lambda omega tau, almond pears, are a type of almond cookie associated with the Cyclades. Although these cookies don't contain any coconut, they are sometimes called Greek macaroons.
Lockett, I'm so glad that I can entertain you. I'm so glad. I'm a... Oh, I am not a smart man. Those those almond cookies sound tasty. Oh boy. Anyway, his lust for drinking women once afflicted him with great remorse, though such shame faded with time. Lawrence was a flawed man. His various infidelities were no secret to me, but are we not all flawed before Christ? Quail. Oh no, his little leggy poo. I loved him as a wife, should properly love her husband, but I would not say we were friends. I only hope his appetites were not what led him to his end. I've been searching for an answer to that quandary myself. Were you and Lawrence so close that you would trouble yourself so? I fear the abbot and the archdeacon will be led to inaccurate conclusions by circumstantial evidence. Meanwhile, I'm over here looking at food. The streamer needs Jesus. I don't know what I need. Some would certainly argue Jesus. My mentor, Brother Piero, was found with the Baron's body, but I don't believe he killed your husband. If not him, then who? There are many possibilities, both here at the Abbey and in town. Your husband managed to cultivate many enemies in his short time here. That does sound like Lawrence. He was a man of many opinions, and he gave them freely, to all who would listen, and some who would not. The previous abbot, Father Matthias, seemed to appreciate that about him. This new abbot is perhaps more conservative. Father Matthias was an open-minded man, from all I've heard, a true scholar. Father Gurnet does not share Matthias's passion for the written word, yet endures the expense of it. To be put in such a position would make any man unhappy. I understand. I wonder what he will make of Lorenz's gift to the Abbey. What gift was this? Seemed to be a little thing of more interest and value to my husband and the former abbot than Father Gurnet. Cheese time. Nom 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 nom. Oh, they have their own variety of sheep goat milk. Never mind. I'm gonna call it at that. They've got special goat milk. He'd found a book about the history of Tassing. He believed it contained some scandalous details. He said it corroborated fears Father Matthias had expressed, but he didn't share the particulars with me. Do you have a sense of what the scandals involved? Beyond the broad basket of tasks in history, I cannot say. My understanding is that this community is quite old. Cheese. Want cheese. We're gonna have more cheese. Well, we're gonna have some more quail and whatever fermenty is. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. I have some education, but I lack my husband's thirst for knowledge. If you find the book, hopefully its significance will be apparent. God wills it. Do you plan on staying in Tassing long? Will you be returning home to Worms soon? Perhaps in a few days. I wait on the arrival of the Archdeacon. When his investigation is complete, I will go. Though the circumstances of my time here are dire, I'm in no hurry to return. You are a disarming man, Master Mahler, and much too easy to talk to. No! Andreas! And I can't tell him not to. Andreas! Oh, what if she likes it? What if she likes it? Wait, that does not surprise. Okay, I made her laugh. Okay. To be frank, I do not know what will become of me when I return to Worms. My title and residence may be in jeopardy, because she cannot inherit. Lawrence and I have a son, but he's young yet. I don't know I don't know many of the legalities, only that my position is at some risk. You're in a difficult position, my lady. I will pray for your happiness. As will I, Master Mahler. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I fear I must rest. Thank you for having me at your table. Be well, Master Mahler. And whatever anyone says of my husband, I'm certain he appreciated your friendship. I've only got one day. Oh my god, I have to pet this dog. Furstchen. Look how cute he is. Look at his little waggy nubbins. This game is perfect because you can pet the animals. Yeah, being in a situation where your husband dies, it's just like, well, guess you lose everything. Exactly. I don't know who her lady friend is. Okay. We learned stuff. Head back to the Gertners and get some sleep. I have a lot of work ahead of me if I'm going to figure out who really killed the Baron. Hold on. Is everybody actually asleep? It was a dark and stormy night. Hello, Cecilia. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? I need to talk to you again about the Baron. How you walked away from the sisters when he arrived. Given that the Baron was just found murdered, it seems worth inquiring about the cause. Why? Do you not trust the abbot's judgment? It's not the abbot's judgment that matters, but the archdeacon's. It's not that I just want to understand what happened. No, of course I don't. Brother Piero, he couldn't hurt a mouse. Do you? It is not the abbot's judgment that matters, but the archdeacon's. All too true, but you must proceed carefully in your inquiries. The abbot does not want anything to interfere with the archdeacon's investigation. That includes you. How do you feel about me interfering with it? Then help me. Help you what? Blame someone else for the murder? Well, yes. Help me find justice. What does justice look like, Andreas? God knows, from Deuteronomy to the Gospels, he tells us we must strive to find it. I won't know until I've found out who actually did this. You know that justice does not look like Piero dying for this murder. Justice is the province of men, Andreas. This matter is out of my hands. God damn it! I could have mistaken you for a man, considering how well you play the part of Pilat. Okay, come now, Mother Cecilia. Have some pity for Brother Piero. I'm simply a nun. Why do you think I can help you? You know what happens at this abbey better than anyone. Better than the abbot. Better than the abbot. Yeah, that was pretty great. Cecilia's good. Like, the abbot sees only the brother's side. You need to watch over the sisters and know what's happening with the brothers. True. All right. I did have reason to be concerned about Baron Rothvogel's presence. The Baron caused irreparable harm to one of the sisters on his last visit. Oh no. The damage was severe enough that she had to leave us for some time. Irreparable. He got her pregnant. That's why I removed the sisters from his presence as soon as I could. Could it be that Father Thomas lied about where the anchoress in the church came from? The one that's sealed in. Are there any who may have wanted revenge? Which sister? Can I speak with her? No, Andreas, I don't think that that would be appropriate. It's a painful memory, Andreas. Alright. That doesn't help me much if I don't know what happened or to whom. I appreciate that. I understand this is less information than you likely wanted, but I do not think I can tell you any more in good conscience. Trust me when I say the victim of this incident could not have killed the Baron. I need more than that. Are there any records on her? On what happened? Yes, we keep records on all sisters in the library. Not that it does you any good. You're not allowed. Good news is I've got a secret way into the library. Could I ask Sister Illuminata to see them? She won't give them to you. Our records aren't available for outsiders to look through. No, do not admit that you know where that is. Oh, crap. Okay. I found the secret entrance. Don't try it. You'll be caught, and you'd be lucky if the abbot only banished you from the abbey until Judgment Day. Thank you for your help. May God bless you, Andreas Mahler. Okay, well, we have definite suspicion then on... Yeah, well, now I need to sneak into the library. We definitely know, or we can insinuate, what happened in, well, that in the context of the note found in his coat. I'm wondering if it's potentially Steinauer's, maybe a relative of Steinauer, and Lucky did seek revenge, because she would have returned to the village to her family. What do we know about the Steinauers? Okay, and that's interesting. So if she returned home, potentially her mother or stepmother, or it doesn't even, maybe she didn't even have to be related. If Agnes Steinauer is the midwife and the nun was pregnant, she would have gone to Agnes anyways. She would at least know something. Yeah, even if Lucky isn't willing to talk to me, Agnes might. I'm still questioning the origin story of Sister Amelie. I wonder if she's somehow embroiled in this. But so far, we've uncovered a couple of motives. Okay, I need to start making the chart, if anybody is unfamiliar with the chart. So, down the left side, you put your... So, you make a chart, and down the left side, you put your suspects. So, in this case, we have Lucky. We have Cecilia. We have Fernick. And we have... Oh, shoot. Who is the fourth? It's not Piero. Who was it? Crap. And Attilia. All right. And across the top, you put means, motive, and opportunity. And you must have all three. Finding all three will get you to who committed the crime. And so far, we have discovered that Fernick has motive. We know that Lawrence was making actual threats to turn him into the Inquisition for his practices in ritualistic occult. In the ritualistic occult. We have potential motive for Cecilia. Revenge for a sister that has been, quote, irreparably harmed. Given that it is a church, and she had taken vows of celibacy, the sister would have taken vows of celibacy, we can presume the irreparable harm is of the carnal kind and the resulting pregnancy. We do not have a motive for Lucky, but we do have some speculation around Lucky. And we do have motive for Attilia. Revenge for her husband. So we've got revenge for Cecilia. We've got self-interest for Fernick. Or survival. Let's put it as survival. We've got survival for Fernick. And we've got revenge for Attilia. We don't know about Lucky. Now, we know cause of death. So COD is blunt force trauma to the head. Blunt force trauma to head. Okay, now comes the question of means. So, did this person have the means in order to commit the crime? Fernick is a big dude. But we're also looking for a specific kind of weapon. Like a small hammer. Did we make a note? Hold on. Nope, that's the wrong. We do know... Blah, 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 blah. Did I not make hand notes somewhere? Ex Libris? Nope. Did I not make notes? I watched him write in this stupid little book. Okay, but potentially we're looking for a small hammer. We're looking for a rock and a fist. Um, but in both cases, we would require that someone had the physicality to do it. Lorenz was not a small dude. That gives me cause for doubt for Attilia to be able to have the means in order to do this based on physicality alone. She is a small old woman. Not that I'm sure she isn't feisty, and willing to throw down with a bitch. But I think it is unlikely. Fernick absolutely has physicality to do it. That's a big dude. He's a notably large monk compared to the rest of everybody there. I would say he's got physicality. Whether or not anybody would have access to a rock. So I would say that he also has access to the potential weapon. Cecilia is also not a small woman. Has she indicated whether or not she's physically brutal? No. But I would say that she would have the physicality to do it. And that she potentially would have access to a weapon. Lucky absolutely has the physicality to do it, and he would have access to a weapon. So far, Attilia's means is questionable. Now, the next question comes down to opportunity. Cecilia absolutely would have, because she would have been inside the monastery gates at the time of death, as would Fernick. Lucky, as far as I know, doesn't have jobs for repairs at Curacao, but he does have them at the church. So it's a question on whether or not he had opportunity. We're also looking for his motive. We don't know that. Attilia, I don't think had opportunity to. There's nothing to indicate that she would have had opportunity to. So I think it's fairly easy to eliminate Attilia as part of our suspect pool, which leaves us down to Lucky, Cecilia, and Fernick. And right now, it looks the people who look best for it are Cecilia and Fernick. Thank you all for coming to my TED Talk. I hope you all enjoyed me just prattling on. Ooh, look, fireflies. Buggy wuggies. I'm glad you enjoyed Locket. I need to find the murder weapon. I only have a day. That's not a lot of time. She's not saying anything. Truckers are locked up. Pet the cat. Aw, kitty cat. Alright, I wonder if we actually go down to... Yeah. Aw. Kitty making sad noises. Down to, yeah, Widow Kemperin's place. Look at all of her little carvings. I love them. Alright. I think I actually, like, I literally cannot do anything. Do I tempt fate and try to sneak in to the monastery? Or do I go, or do I be a good boy and I go back to bed? Zimmerman. I do think that in the morning, the smarter thing to do is to talk to Agnes. I feel bad that this old dude just sleeps in this chair. Yeah, a man's life is at stake. Well... do you have time to be good? I really don't. Because if the occult interest ends up getting tied to the murder. Oh wait, was this the way? No, didn't want to go this way. Piero will be burned at the stake. So not only will he be killed, he will be killed horrifically. All right. I am nervous. Okay. Bloodstain's awful. Must have been left by the Baron before he died, but how? Large garden. I'm wondering, though, because it has to be very close. I'm wondering if it was actually the courtyard. Because someone would have come to wash their hands. It doesn't look like there's anything in here. Because that would be the logical place for them to go. But let's go to the large garden. Refractory. Animal pens. Kitchen cellar. Is there anything down here? I should not go in there. I should not go in there because I'm not supposed to be here. Okay, he died in the chapter house. The church would have been kind of far. Maybe. Shit. Good thing he can't, yeah, good thing he can't see very well. Shit! Shit! Look at his wide eyes. He's like actual fear of this teeny tiny little man. Woo! Alright. To the crypt. And to our secret staircase. I mean, this secret staircase. I'll lose some time tomorrow morning unless I turn back now. let's wait. Okay, I don't see any evidence of a struggle in here. I can't go into the dormitory. Someone's gonna rat me out. But you know what would be a great place to hide a weapon? In the sacristy. I don't think I'm gonna have access to that. It's gonna be locked. Where could he have been? Maybe the refectory? That seems like a stretch. I'm glad that they locked the door to the dormitory, or else I would accidentally get my ass beat. Kitchen, cellar, refectory. I don't know why he would be in here, though. I'm not seeing an obvious... What am I missing? He couldn't be far. Maybe the kitchen? Hopefully no one's in here. I'm hoping everyone's asleep. Somebody's being irresponsible and leaving candles on, though. I don't see anything obvious. But I mean, this place is full of weapons. Look, there's a hammer missing. Pilgrim badges of St. Moritz. Endress makes these. What if we're completely off? You remember when we, like yesterday, or not yesterday, on Wednesday when we talked to Endress and we talked to him about wifing up? And he said that he hadn't found the right person, that he hadn't been blessed with it. What if... I don't know. That's a bit to read into. But there is a hammer missing, and I'm apparently not smart enough to see it. There is a hammer missing. Meh. Don't have access to that. Cemetery feels like it would be really far away. What's this? Brother Gerhard has been dead quite some time. Why has his grave been disturbed? Did someone bury the weapon? We need a shovel. I'm wondering if someone... I can't go in there. Someone this fire is unattended. Nothing in here. I don't think there's going to be anything at the tower. Nope. make this grand show of being like, now, if you wanted to solve a murder, here's the chart you would use. And then I'm over here just running around blindly looking for anything. Must have been left by the Baron before he died, but how? What new word did I learn? Circuitor. Monk responsible for making rounds in the Abbey to make sure everyone else is where they're supposed to be, doing what they are supposed to do. Well, I think we need to get out of here before we're found. Because wouldn't that be hysterical? All these sad rat noises. An ad break, an ad break. We must wait for the ad break. What am I missing? That goes up to the abbot's house. Welcome back from Ad Hell. I'm not convinced that the records are a reasonable pursuit in terms of time right now. And I don't realistically have a lot of time. So if this plays out how I think it's going to be, fine, we'll sneak into the library. This assault is going to link everything together. So we'll sneak into the library. Fuck it, let's go. Oh my god, I still want chocolate so bad. To the crypt. Alright. I know. Let's go. Alright, search the nun's records. What's this? De Orbis Cambrai. Okay, so this the writer is Conphalos of Salopia. I don't believe I've heard of him. Mugwort and Butcher's Broom. I'm not familiar with their properties, but they sound extraordinary. Beautifully illustrated book, and the author appears to be speaking from his own personal experience. Wonderful hidden treasure in the Abbey. Okay. What do we have here? A bifolium taken from a larger text, the Mysteria Astra. I'm not familiar with it. Some sort of astronomical text. Seems rudimentary, explaining the connection between astrological signs and the elements and their basic relationship to alchemy. Hold on a second. Each sign is governed by one of the 4 elements: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces are water signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo are earth signs, so on. It cuts off there. The next page is something else entirely. Sister Illuminata must be trying to reconstruct the larger text. Given the dramatically different context for the following page, the choir this bifolium came from must have been assembled improperly. Those 2 pages were interesting enough, but I suppose it's quite basic. Wait, that's the connection between the astrological symbol on Fahrenheit's cipher and the elemental symbol on the Volvo. If I turn the wheel to the element that matches the sign, I can decipher the note he left. Excellent. Done. I'm actually a little embarrassed that I didn't put that together when I saw that they were astrological signs. This is most curious. Ah, Historia de Labyrintho Librorium. I wonder what secret text could be hidden in such a place. That must be metaphorical. You need an extraordinary amount of books to actually build a labyrinth. It appears to be quite complicated and extraordinary. I don't know what this is. A book library? Okay, so Judea, Egyptus, Roma, Hispania, Leons, Gallia, Germania, Angalia. Huh. I have to see if I can borrow the book when I have some free time, if Illuminata allows it. Interesting. I don't... This is going to take forever. We're never going to find it. No, I don't need to go back down yet. Going up the stairs. Quit leaving your candles on. This looks promising. The familiars of the Sisters of Curacao Abbey. Anno Domini. Oh my goodness. I don't know what any of this means. No, I know I can. I was seeing if I could identify which would be the interesting entry. Mother Catherine was the first to enter the records, looks like almost 50 years ago. Sister Hildegard from the Gilderic family in Ravensburg, quite wealthy. She became a prioress after Mother Catherine. Sister Cecilia Adelheid. Oh, this is Cecilia's record. Wait, she's from the Welser family. They're one of the most powerful families in Augsburg. It looks like her family donates a lot of money to Curacao every year, more than my family sees in 10. Okay, so Cecilia's rich. Sister Gertrude from Hoff, the herbalist. Her father's apothecary. Matilda Oblate, yes, the nun cellarer. She comes from Kempton. Merchant family, donated pigments to use in the scriptorium. Quite thoughtful. I have to thank them if I ever get the chance. This note says Sister Matilda left the abbey for several months. From May to September. That's 5 months. If it had happened, she would be showing by 4. If it was her. Why would she go to a hermitage? She seems so strange that it's the only entry with such a note. 3 years ago, that's just before Father Matthias died. which means it was around the time Baron Rothvogel visited. That has to be it. Matilda must be the nun Baron harmed on his last visit. Alright, we know who it is now. Or have suspicion. Oh, I didn't know for sure if it was just flavor. Oh, yeah, no, it's, if it looks like it's all the underlined parts. I should talk to Mother Cecilia again and maybe Sister Matilda as well. So this should be interesting. Sister Illuminata. Named Angeline from the Caposi family in Perugia. It looks like they have some connection to Curacao through the old abbot Rudolph. Her family donates money to the abbey every year as well. Me. Sophie from Birgit's poor family. They donated flour. Lisbeth Oblate, she's from Utrecht. She looks like she had an eventful life before coming here. Married, with a child, both died. Her merchant family has some connection to Curacao through the Kaufmanns of Rothenburg ob der Tauber. Sister Margaret, oh, the blind girl who assists Gertrude. She went blind because failed surgery on her cataracts. Wealthy peasant family, they donated wool and pasture in Krimmel. And then Zdena. There we go. They donate a fortune to the abbey. No wonder Mother Cecilia and the abbot let her behave as she does. No wonder they let her flirt with me. Alright. Like tonight? It's sleeping time. Are we about to get fucking caught? Oh. What is Rudiger doing? And Matthew. Are they having a tryst? They are! Oh my goodness. What in the what? Well, they're busy, so... What are we gonna do? Just wait for them to finish and leave. It can't take that long, can it? Should speak with them openly in good faith as men of reason. Run, go for it. Go, go, go. I mean, presumably they're... Because if this is going to be going on for a while, they may take a while. Run for a go, go, go. They'll notice, but can they catch me? How fast can two monks run? I don't... Oh, this is... Yeah. It does give... They're right. It does give me leverage. But they'll also have leverage on me being in here. I know. I don't want... Oh. Shit. I'll talk to them. Maybe we can work this out. Well, hello, good evening. I am... Yes, I followed you in here. That's between you and God. What should I say? This is a delicate situation. Oh my god. They're understandably concerned if their tryst is discovered, they could be expelled from Curacao, maybe worse. Say it's none of your business, suggest you go your separate ways. Tell them the truth, you're looking for clues in the murder so you can save Piero's life. Threaten them! Say you're gonna tell the abbot they were screwing! What are they gonna do? Ugh. I kind of want to be like, I didn't see you if you didn't see me. But that's also a good... The asking about saving Piero could be good, but I don't think... Well... Ooh. St. Grobian is looking to get me killed. I'm trying to save Piero's life. They'll probably be sympathetic. It will be clear that I didn't come here to spy on them. Matthew might be suspicious, but I think I can convince him. That's not a bad idea. Came here looking for clues about who killed the Baron. I know Brother Piero didn't do it. Someone else from the Abbey or the town has to be responsible. You know Piero is a good man and a pious monk. I can't let him die. Oh, good. I can't believe Brother Piero could I'm sorry. It's just so shocking. I pray that God deliver mercy to Piero and bring the true culprit to light. I'm glad you're doing what you can to help him. It's difficult for the rest of us to act given the abbot's opinion. Andreas, how does skulking in the library help you prove Brother Piero's innocence? I'm not sure. Do you know why Sister Matilda was sent to a hermitage? I do recall a period she was absent, yes. One day, she was just gone. I don't know why. I don't normally concern myself with Mother Cecilia's business. I never spoke with her, but Wojslav told me that she was sent away to a hermitage for her health. Rudiger! Why does Wojslav know about Matilda's whereabouts? They were both cellars and have reason to go to town on behalf of the Abbey. Just as you have more contact with Sister Illuminata than I, Brother Wojslav has more contact with Sister Matilda. In any event, I wish you good fortune with proving Brother Piero's innocence. I trust you will keep all of this to yourself? Absolutely. All of what? All of what? Good night, Andreas. Oh. His wide-eyed stare. Alright. So it's Sister Matilda. So the nun came back. Am I waking up in the middle of the night? Why is Ursula poking me? And stare at this child. Good morning. Oh, it's not morning. It's the middle of the night, Ursula. How'd you get out of bed? Stab. I see. Haha. Would you like me to tell you a story? Would that help you sleep? Let me tell you the story of the little girl who haunted the sleepy artist. How about the black cockerel that terrorized this city with a single egg? You know about your brother... you know how your brother Big Jorg keeps his hens to lay eggs? Well, in the city of Basel, there was a black cockerel that didn't belong to anyone. It just strutted up and down the streets and scared little boys and girls, pecking at them when they got too close. Cockerels can't lay eggs, but this one did, right in the middle of town. And the people were scared, because that could only mean one thing. The cockerel had laid a basilisk egg. The basilisk is half cockerel, half snake. Everything it touches or even looks at withers and dies. The wealthy people of Basel used mirrors so they didn't have to look directly at the cockerel. And they tried to reach the egg before it could hatch. But no matter how they tried to get to the egg, the cockerel pecked at them and beat them back. When the basilisk finally hatched, the people prayed to God for salvation. And within the hour, a knight with a shining shield rode up. Go fool. And that's why basilisk statues are all over Basel. She didn't like my story. Jeez, I slept all the way into lunch. And I slept in. Hi, Clara. It's nice to see you out and about. Good morning, Clara. Keeping busy. It's not with the washing, it's the cooking, the mending, the tidying, and I'll lose my head if it had counted all. But that's before we get to the wool. Oh, goodness, all that wool. Wool? We sheared the ewes last week to prepare for the lambing. You remember the bleeding, I'm sure. How could you forget? My ears are still ringing. God, I love sheep. Now the wool is all washed and we've got a pile of spinning to get through before the lambs are all born. Where will we find the time? Who does all the spinning? You? Goodness, no, it's too much work for one woman to bear. All the women pitch in. Many hands make light work, eh? Even baby Ursula? Oh, we give her a little wool to play with, but she's too young yet. Not for too much longer, though. My mother taught me to spin when I was still in soft shoes. I've never had much of a hand for spinning, so I enjoyed the company more than the work. It's rare so many of the women in town are in the same room together. We share recipes, stories, hardships, friendship, you know. And maybe a little bit of gossip, too. You almost know quite a lot about the goings-on in Tassing. We know some, it's true, but Johann Bauer is there to watch over us, so things can't get too rowdy. Oh, Andreas, you should come by. Will Eva be there? I'd like that. Everyone will be glad to see you, I'm sure. And this is how we get to talk to Agnes. We meet at Johann Bauer's house. Please come by in the morning or afternoon and speak to Johann. I should get back to my labors. It was lovely to see you, Andreas. Take care. Be well, Clara. Oh, Andreas, I meant to ask, would you care to join us for a meal? I should... Well, what do I think? I wonder if I can talk to Attilia. Perhaps another time, of course. Be well, Anders. I wonder if I can sit with her. Look how busy everyone is. Hi, Hetty. All right, let me go see if I can talk to Attilia, and then we'll go ahead and call it for the night. You want something? She wants nothing to do with me. How fun. Welp. Okay, attend the spelling bee. Go talk to Johann. I know, I want answers too. Convent garden. Alright. Welp. I'm gonna have to do some planning. Let me go check in with Johann. France. Cat. I don't know Cat. Sorry to cause you trouble, but have you seen Martin recently? I haven't. He wasn't feeling well, so I let him sleep in until prime. So he was up late last night, too. But when I came to check on him, he was gone. Running through the meadow, but this is a delicate situation. I'm not sure how I should handle it. I didn't get a chance to speak with him, and I don't know what he was up to. The boy's clearly in trouble. The people of town do not think... I don't know what he was up to. He's basically entirely innocent, but if I tell Kat I saw him fleeing the Abbey, she might think her son killed Lawrence. Or she might think I think her son killed Lawrence. That could cause her some undue stress. Even if it was Martin who killed Lawrence, I don't know where he's gone now anyway. It probably wasn't Martin who did it. It doesn't strike me as the murdering type. Damn it, I wish I'd never seen him. Still, Cat deserves my honesty. I saw him Thursday morning. He ran through the meadow while I was on my way to the Abbey at Prime. But he said he was sick. What was he doing in the meadow? He hardly ever goes out there. It always makes him sneeze. Why do you ask? There's a history of making poor decisions. Like stealing. Baron Rothfuggle's manservant believes Martin may have stolen some of the Lord's rings. Lord have mercy. That makes me where he's gone to sell them. Oh, Martin, how could you? Do you know where he's likely to have gone? Last time he ran off, he went to... It was to Innsbruck. But I don't know. I don't know. He could be anywhere. What if he was attacked on the road? I'm sure he's going to be fine. I pray to God that you're right. I'm sorry. This is not your trouble. Thank you for speaking to me. Is there something else? I don't want to impose, but it wouldn't be too much trouble. Please let me know if you see Martin. I'm so worried for him. Of course. Thank you, Master Mahler. Be well. Oh, I meant to ask, would you care to join us for a meal? Perhaps another time, Cat. Okay. Bauer. Oh, look, it's Old Otto. Hold on. I went the wrong way. I thought I went the wrong way? Did I not go the wrong way? There we go. Johann. Andreas, you got dinner plans? Why don't you join us at our table? Maybe another time, Johann. Sure thing. Be safe. Hey, I'm trying to tell you that I want to go... God damn it. Alright. I'll figure this out later. Let me go ahead and just plop my old body down at the Gertner place. And I will make a plan on what to do next. But yes, we will go ahead and call it a night there. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me. I want answers too. I want answers so bad. I just need to figure out what my next moves are. Because there's a lot on the table. And not a lot of people, understandably, are willing to kind of talk, you know. Which is completely understandable. So, it's a lot to consider. All right. But this means we need to find someone to hang out with for the evening. Have a good night too, Lockett. I hope you have a wonderful night. Let's go ahead and let's raid Elegant Frost. Elegant Frost is on day 36 of her Baldur's Gate run. Ooh, no, don't sound the alarm. There we go. And she is always a joy. So let's go show Elegant Frost some love. Thank you again, everybody. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever we're meant to be together. And I will see you guys next week on Monday, where hopefully we will get some answers. Have a good time, guys, and I'll see you later.